What's going on, people, and welcome to a brand new episode of Too Many Games and Not Enough Time, where I get to speak to incredible gamers from across the globe. And today's guest is super incredible. Now, before I gas her up, thank you so much for helping us get up to 2K subs. And to say a big thank you to you, we are doing a major competition. So make sure you stay to the end of the video so you can find out how to win all of these prizes. Now, on today's episode, I have a Twitch streamer. She is a Sims 4 CC and official creator. She is a queen, you get me? Bafta's never seen such a body. We are talking an awards host, Elgato partner, Alienware, fellow Bayesian, the list goes on. Ebonix, welcome to Too Many Games and Not Enough Time.
Oh my God, Midas, why have you done this? Your energy is always appreciated, babe. Thank you so much for having me.
All right, so one thing I want to say straight away, yeah, I've been in the gaming scene for like 6 years, and I know so many people, people have worked together and stuff like that. And what's really interesting about you is you're someone that I just knew as a fan. So I was a fan of your work. So like, I appreciated what you do as a Twitch streamer. Like, I'm a big Sims nerd, and we're going to get into that, everything that you did with CC. And when I finally met you and we just connected, it was just real. It was just love, and you're such an incredible and dope person. So I just want to give you your flowers, let you know that you're loved, you're incredible, and talk about some games with you see me?
Yeah, man, I'm ready.
So straight off, like I said, I'm a big Sims guy. I don't do Sims content because Sims is the one game that I just can escape to. I don't need to do any videos and stuff like that. And I love
those games.
Yeah, you get me? And I love the content creating. I love the character creating and all of that. And one of the things that was trash about Sims, and that's in a lot of games, is obviously skin tones and stuff like that. And you've actually, not only do you make custom content like CC content for yourself, you've actually worked with EA doing the whole skin patterns, the nails and stuff like that. And do you know how much it warms my heart every single time I switch on my PlayStation and see Sims and I see the Sim version of you? How did this feel? Like, how did it feel to actually go from creating custom content just for yourself and other Black and ethnic creators and players to actually being officially like in the game and in the adverts?
Do you know what? It still feels kind of unreal. Like, it doesn't, because it's not something that I kind of ever aimed to do. Like, the goal was only ever to do what I needed to do to ensure that we were represented best in the game in the best possible way that I knew how to do it. And to know now that kind of I've had a generational impact on how people are able to see themselves in the game and, you know, be in the credits of the game and such. I'm just like, huh? Who? What?
That so your boss say.
Listen to me. It still doesn't feel real. And it just definitely goes to show that, you know, your passion will drive you to where you need to be and where you're supposed to be. And I will say that I have felt very passionate about this game for so many, like, decades even. But the passion to be able to allow, you know, to give us the opportunity to be seen properly in the game, that drove me to places that I never ever expected I would ever find myself.
That's incredible. All right, so let's Craig David this thing and rewind and go back to Lico Danny. How did you get into gaming? Like, what was the games that really kind of be the reason why you love gaming and love this genre so much?
Yeah, so my introduction to gaming was through my daddy. He had a Sega Genesis, and whilst I don't necessarily remember the games that we used to play, my one memory that I stronghold is when we went to load it up one day and it just went up in smoke. And I've never seen a grown man cry until that point. And my dad was bawling. So I was like, oh my days. And I love that memory. It's so funny to me. But it just let me know that from as young as about 3 or 4, that gaming had been a part of my life. And growing up, my uncle was a game designer. So he would, he had all the latest consoles, and me and my cousins, he were like one and 2 years apart. So I was the oldest, and the next one, and the next one. We all used to just like go to their family house, play on the PlayStation. We used to play like Street Fighter, Tekken, Crash Bandicoot, Tomb Raider. Like we had so many fun memories on the PlayStation and the GameCube as well. And I think I had also, my godbrother gave me, the Game Boy that was like grey, bulky thing. It was grey and it had a green screen, and I had my first Pokemon game.
That is the official first Game Boy. That's like the first, before the SPs and the 3DSs and all of that, official first Game Boy. I had one of them where I was rocking, you get me?
Telling you, so I'm a little Pokemon. I think I had like Pokemon Red or Yellow or something. And that was like the earliest experiences of having consoles. So people in my life have had lots of influence about gaming, and so I've been introduced to it from so long, and so it's kind of inevitable that I found myself doing this now.
What's so special is, like, I get to speak to so many gamers, and one of the things that's very pinnacle through everyone's life is how it's had a connection with someone in their family. So like, for example, my little brother Midas, Mini, he obviously grew up watching me play games and sitting down watching me play like Legend of Zelda and that. And then my uncle works for a game distributor, so he got me my first console and stuff like that. And everyone I speak to, it's such a family connection, whether it be a big brother or a sister. Like I remember like my godbrother taking me to the arcades, the kebab shop, to play to Street Fighter and them thing there. So it's so special how this thing actually resonates through us. So the last 2 years has been a mazza. I've used the word pandemic more in the last 2 years than I have my whole life. I don't even know if I knew what the word meant.
I'm telling you.
But prior to it, obviously, and through it, like we've obviously been super busy and been able to create lots of content. But there's been some dope games, and people have had a little bit more time on their hand to actually just sit down and dive into. So what has been one of the games of the last few years that you've really been enjoying and something you've been able to really sink your teeth into?
Oh, do you know what? I wonder if this is going to be a common one as well, but Animal Crossing. As in, I never got to experience any of like the previous Animal Crossing games. So when it was like, getting like people were hyping up about it, and it was just like, oh, like, okay, this is cute. And then all of the kind of like the veteran players were just like, oh my God, like, I can't believe it's coming back. I was like, back? Where have I been? Okay, so, the pandemic, and it kind of fell on our plates as soon as the pandemic hit. So in some ways, it literally came at the perfect time. So got a Switch. I don't know if I had a Switch, but I got a Switch. I got the game. And then I've literally got thousands and thousands and thousands of hours into Animal Crossing. And one of like my favorite clips is when I streamed it was, I think it was like this, when they do in the summertime, they have like fireworks and stuff going, and it was the first time it was happening. So I invited like all of my community down to the island, and we were vibing, and we got like balloons. I was like, oh my God, like this is so cute, little balloons. And so someone told me, oh, like you can run around with the balloon. And I was like, okay, I'm running with it. I'm holding B, I'm running. And I ended up, so what happens when you run with the balloon, you end up tripping after a while if you run for long enough. And I didn't know this at the time. So I dropped, I fell and I lost my balloon. And I was like, my balloon. And I was sobbing, and everyone, kind of hold that clip to me to this day.
That is jokes.
Animal Crossing it's definitely one that I've really, really kind of fell in love with, and I've got so many like amiibo cards and stuff now. I've got like little plushies. Like I really fell in love with it.
Animal Crossing is so interesting because the old Animal Crossings weren't islands. It was like in a house and stuff. And the reason why I know about Animal Crossing is Sunpai. Like Sunpai loves Animal Crossing, and she was saying, oh, the new Animal Crossing, you got to play it, Midas. I don't play them game there. I ain't playing no Animal Crossing. But like you said, like actually the pandemic hit and we were all stuck, and everyone lives in different environments. Some people live in houses, some people live in flats. Like I live in a 1-bedroom flat, so it just felt smaller and smaller and smaller each week. And to be able to actually have your island, please believe I was making Jamaica Like my island was called Welcome to Jamrock.
Yes.
I had the yard flag. You get me? I was out here designing clothes. You get me? Don't play. My islander swag was turn up, loud, loud, loud. And I never would in a million years think how much that game sucked me in. And Nintendo got the biggest fluke of their life because they actually released the game when everyone wanted to escape and couldn't, and everyone escaped into it. And I was really impressed, like the content creators that I saw doing in it. Like people were doing podcasts in it. I've seen companies do like make their own company and stuff like that. And even like in mine, I was like I had my Black Lives Matter t-shirt and I went out to the march and stuff like that. So that game was really, really special, and it kind of came at such an important and pinnacle time for all of us. Now, like I said, you are incredible. You do so much incredible things, and like I said, I'm gonna give you flowers all day long because there's a small percentage of people within the scene that I have hand reach on that I actually really look up to, because I'm an old fart into this, you get me? People coming to be like, oh, Midas, you've been around for a while, but you're someone that really inspires me to do greater and do better things. If someone was brand new to the scene and they're just coming across you and your inspiration, or someone who's been a fan of yours for a long time and this is something that they kind of really want to do with their life, what would be some great advice that you give to someone who wants to be a Twitch streamer or content creator, or just really kind of live their life within the gaming space?
Do you know what's funny? So I met someone on a train going to like Leeds the other day, and you know, they were kind of like trying to start things out, and I found myself really giving the advice that I would give to someone who actually wants to get into this. And my advice is always to kind of find your niche and community. Like find your niche and build that very kind of authentic and natural community that resonates with you and your values. And when you are thinking about making content, what is it, you have to really think about what is it that is going to set you apart from someone who's playing that kind of the same kind of game as you. So for example, when I started like streaming The Sims properly, because also, okay, another thing, everyone's journey is different and everyone's formula is going to be different for their own success. So you can't follow one person's formula to guarantee the same kind of success for you. So I found that, okay, I already had a bit of a platform off of Twitch, but when I did start streaming on Twitch, I was chilling to like 20, maybe not even 30 people. But what I found, but my niche in streaming was to create a very interactive and stream, so that when people were coming into the stream, it kind of felt like they were tuning into a telenovela. So, you know, and it was The Sims, and you know, Sims can get a bit crazy.
It gets sticky.
I'm telling you, it got real sticky. So I embraced the fact that my community liked the drama, they liked the tea, and then threw in elements that I wasn't seeing anywhere else. Like, you know, for example, like throwing in like a Mori set, and had someone from like people from the community like build a set, and then there was like a competition type thing as well. And that's how I got really like the community involved. And, you know, although again, my formula, my journey is different, I do really, really value community. And I think the most important thing that you can do is nurture and nourish a really positive and welcoming space that will invite more people into your space as well. And don't be scared to diversify your content. You don't need to stream for 8, 9, 10 hours a day every day in order to grow. The time that you're away from stream is actually giving you time to grow on other platforms to bring people into your stream as well. So, you know, don't be afraid to stream for 5 hours, but then make hours and hours worth of content outside of Twitch as well. So Twitch is not just going to be your bread and butter. You've got YouTube, you've got YouTube Shorts, you've got TikTok, you've got IG. So make sure that you're trying to utilize the different platforms. But don't overwhelm yourself. Make it fun. Keep it fun. Because the minute you start trying to like think that this is work, it's not going to be fun for you. You're not going to enjoy it. You have to really, really enjoy what you're doing. And, you know, depending on also the game you play, like find a game that you really like, because if you're going to be banging it out, you have to actually enjoy it. So
I think that's such a great point. I speak to a lot of creators, and a lot of time there's a lot of complaints and a lot of moaning, and it's fine if things are wrong to correct them. But I also be like, fam, we could be working at 7-Eleven. You get me? Like, we are doing this, like, enjoy it. Remember, like, I just went to see WWE. I haven't watched WWE since I was a little man, and I was like, when I was in primary school, there's no way I would have thought, Rob, I working in gaming, I would have been invited to go and watch that. Like, those moments have to still be special to you, and not, how comes I didn't get invited to WWE? So
absolutely,
I think that's super important. So we're talking about achieving big things, and I've been in the space for a while. And one of the huge achievements for me was actually presenting an award at the Bafta Game Awards, because obviously Bafta is very prestige. And like, at the end of the day, with what we're doing, sometimes we're in a bubble. Like, we're so like always working, you don't really realize who's recognizing you and realizing what you're doing. How did it feel to be approached by the BAFTAs to actually do the incredible content that you did alongside Geeky Cassie, shout out Cassie, and actually be on that stage and really being shown that, raw, you do this thing?
Do you know what? It's only been about a month since that happened, and I don't think it's actually sunk in. Like, things take a while for me to really process, and this alone, because we, as well as presenting the award, we also hosted the very first Bafta Games challenge, where we had 12 Black women on the Bafta channel, like, launching Bafta Games Awards week. And so it's things like that I'm just sitting here like, because even up until that day, I was just like, this is a big deal, huh? This is actually this. Hello? What's happening? So it feels insane to be recognized. And I think you also know when you kind of, I don't want to say hit jackpot, but when you send things to your family, you don't actually necessarily know what you're doing. But I threw in the word BAFTAs, and I was like, huh, BAFTAs. Oh, what? I was like, yeah, I'm presenting the award. I was like, oh, wow. So that was my Nigerian side of the family. And then my Caribbean side was just like, oh my God, mum put me up on her WhatsApp picture. I was just like, oh man. So it takes me back to really just when I was just kind of starting out, and I was just this girl from South London, and I still kind of had that in my brain, like I'm just this girl from South London. It doesn't feel real, and I'm still kind of, I want to say it is imposter syndrome. I'm still processing and working through imposter syndrome and everything that's happening, but it really means so much to even just begin opening these doors as well, for more to follow and to be seen in these spaces.
And that is so much more is going to come to you, man. And your personality is so warm. Like, you've achieved incredible things, and that there's nothing ever that I've ever met about you that's egotistical. There's literally no ego around you. It's nothing but love. And that's why I'm so happy to have you on the podcast and really celebrate how much of an incredible creator and person you are. Now, we're a short form podcast. We don't have too much time. We're running out of time. But quickly, if you had to draw a game from the backlog, I know the backlogs are long, like nothing.
They call me out like this, please.
That you would like to really kind of sink your teeth into. What game from the backlog are you excited to be able to play?
It's GTA San Andreas.
Wow. Did you wait. Are you talking the remastered or old school GTA San Andreas? OG love, baby.
I'm leaving. I'm gone.
Wow. Do you know what? Do you know what? It's fine. In time. To be honest with you, going back to that game is going to be difficult because it doesn't play very well, but I think it's an important game to play. And I think even though it's obviously very stereotypical Black people, I think actually GTA is saying, no, we believe in this culture. We believe in
Yeah.
this sound, and it's something they've teethed from for years anyway. We've always used a little bit of you. We're gonna go full. We're gonna go full in. We're gonna make all of the cast black. We're gonna have your music forefront ball. So it's definitely one that you need to play. But hopefully by the time you check it out, GTA's fixed all of this mad buggy version car.
But now they need to come out with 6. By the time I finish San Andreas, they need to come out with 6. I'm just saying.
5 has been what? PlayStation 3, PlayStation 4, and PlayStation 5. We probably would get it for the PS6. It's mad like that.
It's gonna be so mad. But I'm determined to finish it, and it's not gonna be one of those games that I also stream. I'm gonna take myself back to how old was I? I don't even remember, but I remember opening it on Christmas and not wanting to leave the house because I finally got the game, and I was very sure that my mum did not know what the game consisted of. I just said,
she didn't. You would have got box up. You already know. You already know. Just come out the house. I was like, no, play GTA. So I'm gonna take myself back to that younger me and complete what she did not. Yeah, and parents, don't be buying your youth GTA. It's not for kids. Ebonix, thank you so much for joining me. We run out of time. I could speak to you all day. Like I said, you're incredible, and I really appreciate you coming on. If the people want to connect with you, become part of your community, where should they come?
Oh man, come find me on Twitch, Ebonix. Finally got the handle since somebody wanted to sit on it for God knows how long. Come find me on Twitch, Ebonix, Twitter, Ebonix, and IG Ebonix Sims. But yeah, pretty much Twitch and Twitter. I'll be hanging around there.
Amazing. Now she's been Ebonix. You've been the MVPs. Thank you so much for all the support on the podcast. Remember, we've got a huge competition. So if you want to find out how to win, we'll be telling you right now. We out of here. Peace.
Bye.
We did it. We finally hit 2K. Thank you so much for everyone subscribing to the YouTube, showing love, loving the content, buying games because of what we said. It is incredible. To thank you for helping us get to 2,000 subscribers. We wanted to help you on your journey to 2K subs. So we're giving away a full content creator setup or upgrade. So Elgato has niced us with an Elgato face cam, the best webcam in the game, and Elgato ring light. That light is perfect, and a Wave 1 microphone. And the wonderful people at Noble Chairs has provided us with a Hero Series Noble Chair. So this is a major prize. Now this prize is only UK based. I'm sorry for everyone in America, but this is a UK only competition. Now all you have to do to enter this competition is, firstly, you have to be subscribed to the channel. Make sure you hit that subscribe, and then following me and Minnie on social media. So you can follow us on Instagram or Twitter. And in the video below, all we need you to do is drop a comment. Yes, a comment about the video, and then leave your social at so we can find you. And don't forget to use our hashtags, hashtag Golden Gang and hashtag 2K subs. And that's it, and you can win this Mazza. Woo! This one's exciting.